share plunge affect the shopping behavior of Chinese tourists in Japan? This man says the market has little impact on his shopping. He says he's on holiday now and will consider what to do with his investment after returning to China. Some tourists keep themselves updated with the latest share prices during their stay in Japan. This woman says she bought the stock of one company for 14 yuan per share, but the price has fallen to a little over 7 yuan. She is a shareholder of a major Chinese trading and distribution company. Its share price has dropped over the past 2 weeks. She says she has lost more than 200,000 yuan. Asked if she expected such a sharp drop, she says no. Many tourists said they will be more cautious about their share investments from now on. The crisis in the market is affecting the mindset of Chinese tourists shopping in Japan. What will happen on the Shanghai market? Individual investors, who account for more than 80% of market participants, hold the key. In Beijing today, some investors visited a securities watchdog. Down the drain. He says tens of thousands of families have been hit by the falling share prices. Speculative buying by individual investors has been supported by margin trading. When an investor deposits 100,000 yuan as collateral at a securities firm, the investor can borrow money from a broker up to twice the amount of deposit and use it for stock trading. Margin trading can bring in huge profits when share prices are rising. But once prices start to fall, it can cause massive losses. Market sources say the volume of shares moving through margin trading stood at 2.27 trillion yuan in June, or about 44 trillion yen. Such trading reached its peak. An analyst says one reason for the volatile market is the entry of many inexperienced investors in margin trading. Masaki Yamaguchi of Nomura Securities says many investors in the Chinese market are beginners. It's no wonder their participation caused the market to overheat. He also says now that the tide has changed, those investors are caught up in panic selling. What will happen from now on? Yamaguchi says trading of many stock issues has been suspended to prevent market volatility. He also says these issues could fall once their trading is resumed.
An increasing number of Chinese stocks are being suspended from trading on Shanghai market, and it is affecting investment trusts operated in Japan. The financial institutions have begun stopping new purchase as well as cancellation of contracts for investment trusts mainly invested in Chinese issues.
These mangoes from Miyazaki Prefecture sold today for 300,000 yen a pair. This watermelon from Hokkaido sold for 350,000 yen. These luxury fruit brands fetched hefty prices at the first auction of the year. And which regional brand attracted the most attention? These luxury grapes from Ishikawa Prefecture, they fetched 1 million yen per cluster. Why are they so expensive? Local communities have been developing luxury fruit brands as part of a strategy for revitalizing the areas. Early this morning, a bunch of grapes stole the show at a central wholesale market in Kanazawa City. The luxury fruit is called Ruby Roman, and it's the pride of Ishikawa Prefecture. The grapes were put up for auction for the first time this year. Weighing in at about 700 grams per cluster, they sold for a whopping 1 million yen to a local hotel owner. The hotel chef says the price is indeed exorbitant. The winning buyer was just as surprised and then carried the excitement back to the hotel. The man says it's amazing. He says he can smell the flavor. He says the grapes have such a rich aroma and they're stretched tight and look juicy. Each cluster has about 26 grapes. That means a single grape costs more than 38,000 yen. The hotel lost no time serving the fruit as part of the night's dinner. The head chef says he'll be happy if guests can sense the beauty of Kanazawa through the delicacies. The Ruby Roman brand first went on sale in 2008, and it's grown into a famous luxury brand. The top price in last year's first auction was 550,000 yen a cluster. This year, the price nearly doubled. The new Hokuriku Shinkansen line is making the region more popular as a tourist destination. That may be pushing up the bidding prices. The Ishikawa prefectural government hopes the Ruby Roman variety will help revitalize the region's image as a grape-growing area. The prefecture used to be famous for its grapes, but its growers have been cutting back as profits shrink. So the local government launched an initiative to produce an original brand with a high market value. The locals kept improving the fruit, and after 14 years they finally came up with a luxury brand. They named it Ruby Roman. Each grape needs to measure at least 31 millimeters to be branded Ruby Roman. The sugar content must be 18% or higher, making it the sweetest fruit on the market. Farmers have to be serious about quality control to meet the strict standards. Ruby Roman grower Noboru Ota says some department stores say it's okay if the sugar content is lower by around 1 degree, but he says that shouldn't be okay, and he shouldn't be complacent. He says growing fruit is like raising children. Other regions have also begun creating their own luxury fruit brands. One expert says a region needs to make fruit that's rare but high in added value if it wants a successful brand that will keep the region competitive. Akio Tanaka, CEO of the Brand Research Institute, says fruit isn't only sold fresh, but can be processed or put on the menu in restaurants. He says using the fruit to attract tourists will not only push up the price of the produce, but maximize the value for the region. He says the grapes today sold for 1 million yen, but they could produce 10 million, if not 100 million yen or more in value if people use their ingenuity.
The 1 million yen grape is exactly a fruit of local strategy and hard work. If the luxury brand succeeds, the producers can